Hey guys, this is your man Jay Will. I wanted to talk to you today about how to start a YouTube channel. I get this question a lot, and so in this video I'm going to go ahead and address that for those people that want to know. Stay tuned. So in this video today, guys, we're going to talk about how you can go ahead and get your channel started on YouTube, and you can start making money on YouTube like most of us do. Now, that's not a bunch of money if you're not a Marcus Brownlee or anybody like that. Yeah, he's probably balling out. You're not going to make this a chunk of money, but you can make money to buy stuff that you want and then to keep your channel going. So I'm going to start with the basics. This is just the basics on how to have a YouTube channel and remain affordable, because I've seen videos where people are posting their setups, their offices, or their rooms, on how this is what I got, and they got like 20, 30-inch monitors, like 5 of them, and it looks glamorous. But how did they get it? They either paid out of their own pocket or they saved up with the YouTube money and they bought the stuff. But me, I run a YouTube channel and I don't have an $800 camera. I don't have 20 monitors or 4 32-inch monitors, 6 20-inch monitors. I don't have any of that stuff. I just have a computer, a monitor, a camera, basics. So in this video I'm going to show you and tell you what I have, and this is how you can start your channel off. So the first thing that you need, obviously, is very simple. You have to decide what your channel is going to be about. Now, if you're watching this, obviously I have a tech channel, but tech is just bloated right now. There's so much tech, it's hard to get your foot on the ground. If you're lucky enough or blessed enough to get some followers to follow you on tech, fantastic, because it is being overshadowed by just all the other people that were there at the same time. I don't know how they got 500,000 viewers. They have a great channel, that's how probably. But tech is just a little bloated. But if you want to get into tech, I'll talk about that later. But find out what you want to talk about on your channel. And if possible, be original. Do something that nobody else is doing. And that is the problem with YouTube right now. There are so many tech, and there's so many music, and there's so many gamings. There's just a lot of stuff going on. So find something that nobody else is doing, and you will have a hit if it takes off and gets that one. You get that one video that spirals out of control. That's kind of how it is. So, let's see here. Find out what you want to talk about on your channel. Try to be original, but if you can't, or you really like, I shouldn't say can't, if you choose to join in on something that's already on YouTube and there's a lot of it, you better be good. You better stand out, because that's how you'll get noticed. Tech, gaming, social, music, all those are flooded right now, but you can still do it. That's your dream. I'm looking over here because I got my screen up. I have the dual screen here on the computer. But next I would say you have, and remember, these are the basics. This is the basic stuff to get your channel going. You have to get the necessary tools to get your channel, to keep it, to have a channel. And when I say the necessary tools, the basic stuff to get it going, you need a computer or a laptop, or something to work on, to edit your videos on. You need these things. You could do it on a cell phone. I've done it before on a BlackBerry Passport and a Galaxy Note 4. It is possible, but you just need the real estate. You need the comfort, is what that to me boils down. You're also going to need a nice camera. Now, most people say, I don't have the money to buy a camera. Sure you do, because if you're willing to spend $600 on a cell phone, you have a nice camera. The camera I use is actually, it's about, this one I'm recording with, and I'll show it to you here in a second. It's about a $350 camera, which is really cheap. It's not a DSLR, but I just happen to, I'm a bargain shopper, so I got this camera for like $100 and something when it was on sale on Black Friday. Gotta be smart when you're shopping. It's a nice camera, and it's not a DSLR. It didn't come with all these the big high price tag, but you need a camera. You need a computer, you need a camera. You also need adequate lighting. Now, to my left over here, I don't have the lights on. Right now I'm using the natural sunlight, but let me see the name of this, Limo Studio. The lighting kit is only $69 for a huge set, and they give you 2 of them, and it is a big light. There's no way you'll have bad lighting. A lot of the videos that you see on my channel, some of them I've shot in a completely dark room with just this 1 light on, or maybe 2, and it's nighttime. But you need some good lighting, and you need a good microphone. Now, my camera, when I shoot some of these videos like this, the microphone on my camera is really nice, so I don't have to do any kind of secondary voiceovers or anything like that to get this to come out right. But on some videos, you will need a microphone, so make sure your microphone is a good microphone. And you're gonna need some editing software. Now, editing software, some of the videos that you see are done with paid software, and a lot of them are done with free software, either from my phone, or it's from a BlackBerry, or it's on the free software that comes with Windows computers, the Media Maker or whatever it's called. I do a lot of it on there. But if you see in-shot video or something like that, that's not from Windows Media Maker. But also, just having the hardware that you need, and also you're going to need a nice camera tripod. Now, you can get that stuff for like 10 bucks. Some of the things that I'm naming off, I'll show you mine, some of them, and then you're definitely going to need to get the basics down. Now, I'll say this as an alternative: if you don't have a camera, use your cell phone, depending on what you're wanting to do on your channel. So for tech people, or people who you need to prop and you need to show something off, you gotta have a nice tripod and you gotta have a nice camera. But if you don't have a camera, use your cell phone, because there are plenty of videos that I've done that are actually shot with my passport or another cell phone, and it looks phenomenal. And people say, "Oh my God, that's great," and it's just from a cell phone. Simple. I think that if you're wanting to do a YouTube channel, one thing you have to do is you have to be confident in what you're trying to sell people, so to speak, or talk about. And don't be afraid to make a mistake. There's plenty of times where I make a mistake and I'll go back and correct it, or someone tell me in the comments, hey, that's not actually what it is. And I just say, okay, thank you for pointing that out. But if you're going to have a YouTube channel, get ready for a bunch of haters and get ready for a bunch of critics from people that don't actually do it. You just have to take that, because it comes with it when you put yourself out there. But you gotta have a thick skin, and you really can't, sometimes you'll have a break every now and then, but other than that, it's okay. But the basics of having a YouTube channel, from my point of view, you gotta have something to talk about, and you've got to have the tools you need to get your channel going, which is computer, camera, lighting, microphone, editing software. Those are just the basics. When you're on camera, you have to be clear in what you're saying. If you're not a person who likes to be on camera, that could be a problem for you. But as you can see how long I've been doing videos, and I don't get on camera very often at all. But people say, hey, why don't you get on camera? Why don't you show yourself on camera? And I think people do that to try to relate a face. And the reason I didn't do it before is because when I'm out in public, I don't want, I didn't want to be addressed at that time, because now when I go out, I've actually been in T-Mobile before buying something, and someone would say, oh my God, dude, you're the guy from YouTube. And I'm like, man, and you might say, oh, that's a good thing, Jay, but I'm not trying to be famous. I just want to deliver the products and, give you helpful tips on it or whatever, and call it a day. But if you don't want to be on camera, you can see how long I've done my channel without being on camera. I'll just show you the product, and eventually I gotta get on camera. Some people say, hey Jay, come on, you gotta do some videos where you're gonna be on camera. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. So when you're on camera, be clean, be presentable, don't come on with a G-string on your shirt off or whatever. If that's what your channel is supporting, though, hey, do your thing. But when you're on camera, speak clearly, and if you're not on camera, speak clearly. Try to, and this is where your microphone comes in, depending on what you're using. You have to have a clear voice, because at one point on my old camera, I just didn't want to give in, but people kept saying, Jay, I can't even hear you. Your voice is too low. And I'm like, turn up your speakers. That was the wrong thing to do. So eventually I invested in a nice camera, and, it's paying off, because I haven't had any more complaints about my camera. People say, man, a good video, but I don't understand what you're saying. Your camera's quality's bad. But that's a part of starting small. That was at the beginning of all my videos. I haven't heard that the camera quality is bad or the microphones are bad on any of my videos in years. It's been a long time, but that's the learning process. So again, you gotta have thick skin when you're first starting out. Now, if you're fortunate enough to have a bunch of money to just go out and buy the most expensive stuff, I still don't recommend that you do it, because what if your channel fails? Then you're stuck with all this stuff that you can't use. Well, you won't get your money back on it, I'll say. But I chose to take the more affordable route on some of my things. So now, the last thing I want to tell you about, now there's tons of reasons, tons of ways to things that go into starting a channel, but remember, this is the basics. And I'm gonna repeat that. You gotta have something to talk about. You need a hardware to get you onto the internet, like computer, camera, things like that. And you gotta, when you're delivering your message on what you're delivering on, whatever it is you're talking about on your channel, get it. You know, you get that thing. You deliver it with confidence. Even if you don't know what you're talking about sometimes, pull a cheat sheet out, like most people do that you can't see on camera. Scroll through and read it right there. Nonetheless, deliver your message and deliver it in your own way. There's got to be something unique about you now, as far as being on the internet, to make you stand out, because there's so many of the same. This is the truth. One last important factor is social media. If you're going to do a channel, post to social media. I see some people with 15,000 followers on Instagram, and they're not even doing a channel. They just post a picture and people are waiting for that picture. Start something with that. You know, you could profit from it. And that involves Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, Foursquare, Blogger, all these different places you can post just to get yourself out there. You'll be amazed at how that helps. Now, I don't have a lot of followers on Twitter. I don't have a lot of followers on Instagram. I don't have a lot of followers on Google+. But on my BlackBerry channel, shout out to the BlackBerry followers. You guys are super loyal. I have almost 500 people on that channel. And that's not a lot to some people, but to me it is. But I've learned that having a YouTube channel, it kind of matters. Now on YouTube I have a little over 10,000 subscribers. But the people watching your videos, I've learned it's not your subscribers. The high percentage of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed to me physically. Like, they didn't physically go in and hit subscribe. But when I look on the back end of YouTube, the majority of my profits come from people who are not subscribed, and I am perfectly fine with that. That's perfectly fine. Speaking of profits, I'll talk about profits and, you know, monetization, all that thing in another video, because I'm going to do another video on having a YouTube channel. So this is just part one of me telling you the basics of getting your YouTube channel started. Let's recap. You have to have something to talk about. Gotta have something to talk about. Try to get into something that nobody's into, or do what your passion says. If it's tech, albeit tech. Also, you need the hardware, the tools, like physical things to get you going, which is a computer, a camera, lighting, a microphone, editing software. You need those things. And some of those things you can get for free. And also your deliverance, when you're on camera, when you're doing your message, when you're presenting it to your crowd, you're presenting it to the audience, be confident, be firm, be strong, and deliver it in your voice. Even if they can't see you, deliver it. You get your point across. That's crazy. Next, social media. Use social media to your advantages. Because I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there right now that has asked me or someone else, how do I start a channel? What do I need to do? And you already have like 25,000 people following you. It's amazing. Take advantage of that. All you need is each one of those people, or 10% or 40% of those people, to click on your video and watch it, and you can start your profit. So this is the first part of me delivering you the basics on how I'm going to start my channel, and how you can start your channel, and what you need. Now, next I'm going to show you some of the things I have right now. Now, mind you, my channel is not new, so but I still don't have a bunch of fancy stuff. You know, I don't have a bunch of fancy cameras and all this stuff. I just have a regular PC. It's an HP, but it's a high-powered PC. I just have I'll have more than one computer, but I have a nice sound system. But I'll show you my camera, and I'll show you just my screen, and, you know, my speaker setup, and some, you know, whatever. So I'm going to do another video on another part of having a YouTube channel, and I'll post that later on. But for now, this is the basics I feel like you need to get your YouTube channel started. Take a look at all this. Well, it's not much, but just take a look. Go ahead, take a look. All right, guys. So here's the camera that I use for my videos, and I'm recording this with my BlackBerry Passport at 60 frames per second. Anyway, this is a camera that I use. So it is a Samsung camera. Here's the model here. You can see the the WB350. But this camera is not a DSLR, but it still has some great features. It runs on Tizen. It has Wi-Fi. It has NFC. It has all these different modes here. So when you go to Wi-Fi, you can also tap to transfer. There's an application that you put on your phone, and you can tap to transfer. It has email, again, you can use through Tizen. But nonetheless, man, I mean, there is plenty of cameras you can get out here for under $200 or under $300 to produce some great videos for your channel. So this is my camera. This was, I think, originally priced at like $350 or something, but I got it on Black Friday, as I said before, for like $150 or $170. I don't know what it was. Totally worth it. It's a great camera. You don't have to go big to be big. Really. This little camera right here is perfectly fine and was well worth the purchase. Okay, now, so as far as computers go, I just have a basic monitor. It is a 32-inch monitor, and I do have a really nice sound system around this, but that's not what you need. All you need to do is get a basic computer, and the software comes free. The editing software is free. So I just wanted to show you, you don't need a fancy computer. My computer's actually under the desk. It's dusty, you know, because I'm a regular dude. I wipe it off every now and then. Lighting is something I really want to address by showing you this. These are the lamp system, and here's the company right there. This huge lighting system right here. I actually have two of these, and I keep one of these in my office here, and it's a must. If you want to shoot video at night, this is a must. It is. You need a bright light, a light that can produce white. I'm going to show you what it looks like without this film, this front on here. You get this entire kit for 69 bucks, and they send you the bulbs and everything. This will be one of the best investments you make if you're trying to do a YouTube channel. Lighting, lighting, lighting. It's very important. I learned that the hard way, and I just recently got these. So lighting is important, but you'll need good lighting, LED lighting or lights like this that produce white light. I went through a bunch of them, but this comes in a set of two. The other one is in another part of the office, but I keep this one right here by my computer desk. That way I can have adequate lighting to shoot at any time. And you'll need a big surface for your computer area, but lighting is important.
Alright guys, I appreciate you joining me in another video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this, and thumbs up. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.